Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 39 of Direwolf20's server play series. Logging in today with Elaram, Morvalara, Floristar, Neptune, Vot, Tog, and Lexmanos. What's up everybody?
Hello.
Not too much. As
Chilling?
always, begging for Zycorium.
Zycorium. Dude, you really like that stuff, don't you?
I need a lot for the design I have planned out.
Yeah, you took all of mine. I don't have any left. I have some red.
I did.
Does
I
red work?
need the blue.
You need the blue.
It's just blue that you need?
Yes, at this point in time.
Interesting. So I want to make a card assembler. That looks like a cool thing to make. Yeah, we have like a somewhat recent version of Steve's cards on here. So I'm gonna need some gold, some iron, some smooth stone, lots of iron and gold and redstone. So let's get cooking. Yeah, it's time for Steve's cards, guys. I've been itching to get going with Steve's cards. It's such a fun mod. I do also want to update you. I should have a ton of silver and lead. Lots and lots of that stuff. You can see it all kind of accumulated in my don't know what to do with it chest because it's a different item ID of silver and lead, which one of my pet peeves, but I'll let it slide just because. So yeah, I had to sort out my sorting system at some point, but my whole factorization setup worked out pretty well over here. If I run over to my house real quick, you can see I put a door on the back here and that kind of cool thing. Pretty cool. So lots of reduced lead and silver chunks coming through. Not too shabby. So I'm going to get started on the cart manager, start messing around with that, and I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, making a project table, and I'm going to want to have a bunch of plans for this, because I have a feeling, call me crazy, plans are going to be pretty important when it comes to Steve's carts type stuff. And I'm thinking I want to build this a new digger in my little house out there. So, you know, I'm probably going to be bouncing back and forth between my new house and new digger. As you can see, I built it here, you know, between last episode and this one. Just had my turtle build a pair of 9x9 sitting right next to each other. So I'll probably have like a nice little Steve's carts room that's going to be set up right over here. So placing down a project table in one corner, not too shabby. Now, the first thing I'm probably going to want to get going is one of those PCBs, because I know that I'm going to need a lot of those. So the cart manager required simple PCBs. So let's get that recipe set up in a project table little setup thingy. So, what you guys all up to? So what are you making that you need like 1,000 tons of blue Zycorium?
I'm actually just making a floor and a house at this point in time that is just gonna look good, and it just needs the Zycorium, honestly, to look good.
I mean, Zycorium has a lot of different neat effects. He put a lot of different blocks in that are Zycorium-ish, like bricks and blocks and all that kind of stuff. But I have a card assembler, so I'm excited about that. But I'll just show you guys, like, you know, you've got all kinds of neat things. Like the blocks here are like all glowy and neat looking. You've seen them in the past. And the bricks look pretty good, as do the plates. Apparently the plates are going to be used for something, I guess.
I think they're blast resistant.
I have no idea what any of this stuff does.
I'm quite certain they're spawn resistant.
Spawn, oh yeah, right, mob resistant, right? They can spawn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to shrink my GUI scale. Right. Let me get my GUI scale down to a decent level. And I'll probably want a chunk loader here if I'm going to be making carts here. So now the question is, do I want a chunk loader here, or do I want to be making carts in the overworld that's already chunk loaded? I don't know. I'll think it out. So I need to get started with the cart assembler, making some cool stuff. Have you played with this at all yet, Dog?
No. I've watched him a bit live streaming, but
It's pretty epic. I'm debating if I want a standard hull or a reinforced hull. What's involved in reinforced metal? That comes from stabilized metal. You can smelt it or furnace it. And stabilized metal is crafted with iron, hardened mesh, and refined hardener. Refined hardener, of course, being raw hardener cooked up in a furnace. So yeah, I'm going to need like a lot of furnacing and a lot of project tabling. That's going to be fun. You know what I should probably do is get some red power in here. That sounds like a good plan. And maybe like a red power 2 furnace. Since this
windmills
is a
are
nice.
nice.
Windmills? I was just going to go with some solar.
Solars are nice too. Solars are kind of nice, make it and forget it kind of thing.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to wind up going with.
Sometime this week, I should be ready to like give you a tour.
Oh, yeah? You've only been promising me a tour for like 1,000 years.
Yeah, but be warned. I mean, you know, it might be like half an episode. So
Oh, yeah?
I have a pretty big place, dude. One of my rooms in my thing is going to be a hub room of Mistcraft portals to other
yeah?
parts of my base. So
To other parts of your base.
yes.
Yeah, you're not kidding, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like he's building out on the scale that I am, so.
See, I build on the small scale and make like little toys and stuff. I'm not good at those large scale builds.
I have a 250 block flats farm.
250 blocks of flax?
Yeah,
Why?
200. To
What
power
do you need
my
all that flax
5
for?
to power my 5 windmills. They take like 4.5 stats of string apiece.
What?
I should probably go visit your base.
Cool, you can cook sludge into clay. That's awesome. YouTube, I'm going to get a solar panel or two and a battery box and a couple toys for just cooking things in that little age of mine, and I'll be back when I'm ready. Alright guys, I'm back. Pa Hamar joined us in channel. What's up, Pa?
I'm just working on some art stuff. How about you?
I'm making a blue electric furnace. And just a few, you know, solar panels. Ta-da! Solar panel laid up. So this neat little home away from home will be nice, and I also brought some fully charged batteries with me to help kickstart my batboxing career. So what I think I'm going to do is spend just a minute or so looking at all the different recipes that you can use in Steve's carts, and finding out like just what raw materials I need to bring with me. And then I'm going to try and do a lot of building in this age. I want to make a couple neat little carts and send them off to do my dirty work. I think that's a pretty good plan. I just need to find, there's all the components for the carts. Yeah, there's tons of them, by the way. You can see there's a bunch of different little gadgets here and stuff that you have to put stuff together for. So lots of diamonds you need here and there. Probably just going to need to get, like, basically all the raw materials in the game. That's what I'm going to do. Just to get started, I'm going to get, like, some obsidian and diamonds and stuff. Maybe a few more bits of gold and iron and whatnot. Maybe not all my gold. What else will I want to have? Lots of redstone, lots of coal, maybe even some diamonds, some lapis, maybe even a little bit of glowstone would be nice. That's all RP stuff. I'm gonna need some obsidian, I know that. And wood. That sounds like a plan. Weird messages on IRC are weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, we'll just put this guy here. That'll work for now. Nice temporary storage of all my goodies. Yes, I think Flora is streaming. But she's in a different channel at the moment. So I'm going to want to get started with some carts. So do I want to go with the crazy cart first off? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to go with a standard hull. So for that, I'm going to need some iron. Iron wheels are pretty easy. Just sticks around one iron. I can handle that, I think. And to complement that iron wheel, we're going to have a hull. Sweet, standard hull. Now, if you didn't catch my Steve Spotlight, you might be a little bit lost on what I'm about to be doing. But when I place the standard hull in the card assembler, it opens up all the different add-ons and engines and attachments that are available. So this hull does have the option to have 3 engines. As you can see, max engine count is 3. It opened up 3 engine slots. The other 2 are locked down. The module complexity cap is 50, and the other information about the hull can all be seen over here. Now, the one last thing I'm going to need for this cart assembler to run is a bit of coal. This thing does need fuel to start assembling your cool carts. And you can see the fuel level has already maxed out at 4,000 by using 10 pieces of coal. So 400 fuel level per coal. Not too shabby. Now, give me a few minutes to decide exactly what I want this cart to do for me. Alright guys, I'm back. I decided on one of the items I want to get at least. I actually have most of what I have set up and planned in a test world, thanks to NEI and cheating. It was easy to figure out a good cart build. Definitely recommend at this point that if you want to build a cool cart in Steve's Carts that you make a test one in the test world first to make sure everything you want fits on the cart, because it does require different amounts of stuff and it's crazy complicated, and at this point in the mod there's no way to refund a cart, so you will lose all your materials if you build a cart and turns out you don't like it. So trust me. Oh, what happened? What broke? So here we go. One of the first things I want to make is probably going to be the most expensive. You can see there's a couple different drills in here. Like the basic drill is a pretty simple one. It's going to take.
Broke what?
What's that? I don't know. LRM died and can't get back. Oh, sad. More things, there's the iron drill, the hardened drill, and typically the modular cost tells you how good it is. Like, I'll tell you the Galgadorian drill is really expensive, but it makes a really cool drill that's like super crazy powerful. It requires a block of diamond and a hardened drill, which is the one I'm going to make. I'm going to make the hardened one, and it needs this enhanced Galgadorian ore. Have you looked at the recipe for that, by the way, Paha Moratog?
Can't say I played much with it.
I've looked at it. It's
the,
insane.
Dude.
The enhanced Galgadorian metal.
Yeah.
It shapes a large lump of Galgador, which is 9 lumps of Galgador.
Right.
And you get 2 lumps of Galgador for 3 eyes of Galgador, whatever those are, some glowstone dust, a block of diamond for each of those, 2 stabilized metals.
Look at the Eye of Galgador.
Stabilized metals take 2 hardened mesh and 2 refined hardener. The Eye of Galgador takes 4 magma cream. Those are pretty easy to get these days. 2 gas tiers. That's not very easy to get. 2 fermented spider eyes. Those are pretty easy to get. And I render. Yeah, so it's just the gas tiers that.
I don't know, dude. I think the blocks of diamond kind of make that a little tricky. I mean, you need 3 enhanced Galgadorian and Galgadorian metal, which is a lump of Galgador in the... Okay, so that's not too bad. But, I mean, still, like, you're talking, like, probably at least a stack of diamonds. But that makes a really cool drill. I think it drills out, like, a 7x7 area around the cart. Maybe it's 7 blocks away from the cart, so it's like a 14x14 area. It's like a giant room that it'll dig out as it goes down a cave. I will kind of hope to get there eventually. But first, I'm going to make the hardened drill. This one is not as impressive as the Galgadorian, but it is pretty slick. It's going to require some reinforced metal and a basic drill. And a basic drill is iron and diamonds. So let's get started with iron and diamonds. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty simple for a basic drill, as you saw. There we go, basic drill. Now I need to upgrade this into a hardened drill. I'm going to need some reinforced metal, which is stabilized metal cooked. And boy, is that a complicated recipe. All right, so how much of this am I going to need? I'm going to need 3 reinforced metal. Okay. And reinforced metal comes from stabilized metal. So I'm going to need some hardened mesh. I'm basically going to need 4 hardened mesh. Is that right? Yeah, hardened mesh. I'm going to need 2 extra of these. So I need 16 and 2 more will make 18, right? Refined hardeners. And refined hardeners are raw hardener, which is, yeah. So I need 9 diamonds and a bunch of obsidian. You can see why I wanted to do this. And I'm going to definitely do this with one of these guys because we're about to get crazy here.
How crazy?
I don't know, like lots and lots of recipes. Cool, raw hardener. We're going to want some iron bars at least to get started. I don't think I brought enough iron with me. And then hardened mesh, right? Oh, right, I have to cook this stuff, don't I? Helps if I have it in my own inventory. This is why I have a furnace here. It will cook things for me, and while that's cooking, I'm going to get myself a few more materials. I need more diamonds. Luckily, I'm going to make a drill thingy that'll make, you know, get me diamonds. Thinking like a block of iron would probably be a good thing to bring with me, like 50 blocks of iron. YouTube, go ahead and let me know how this whole, you know, GUI scale is working out. Is it getting, you know, are you getting used to it? I know I usually play in a larger GUI scale, but let me know if you're, you know, doing all right with it. So, Pa, am I working on anything exciting you want to tell us about while I smelt? Or should I just cut the video and come back?
Nothing I can disclose publicly at this time.
Oh, YouTube rage. Alright guys, we'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back. The last of my refined hardeners are cooking up. Yeah, already getting expensive this thing is, but that's okay. I'm ready to make myself some cool stuff. So I should now have a raw hardener plan. That's good. Hardener mesh plan. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I needed. Now, as for the rest of this drill thing, I could probably just do this. Alright, so I needed 2 hardener mesh for that, and then I also needed 2 hardener mesh for the stabilized metal. I'll get 5 of them, and 2 refined hardener. Okay, so stabilized metal, huh? There we go, stabilized metal. Let's write that down. Boom. Sweet. And we'll cook that stuff up too. And while that's cooking, we'll see if we have everything else we need. So the last I needed was the drill. We're cooking up the reinforced metal. A block of diamonds. Hooray, that should be fun to make. Don't worry, this drill's kind of worth it. Alright, so now we should have the epic drill that I want. Luckily, that's probably one of the more complex components of this little thing. Next up, I want to make a torch placer. This thing is neat. Just need some iron and some tri-torches. Oh, that's not so bad. I can manage that. I think I even have the stuff on me. Want to buy more torches. There we go, torch placer. That's the next module that's done. Nice. Torch placer complete. I need a railer next. The railer requires some tracks. You know, I probably should have brought some of them. Wouldn't have been a bad idea. Off we go back to the overworld. Might even set up some kind of, you know, thermal expansion in this room, because I'm probably going to want to get one of those rolling machines. I'm going to need a lot of tracks, after all, so might be wise to get a rolling machine. Do I have any, like, normal track just in my inventory here? No, why would I have that? That would be a silly thing to have. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I need to get some track making going on. Maybe. Alright, let me just make sure that's like not hiding anywhere else in here. Yeah, track making to do. Maybe I need like a whole room dedicated to making a bunch of different tracks and stuff. Do we have any good stuff out here that I can borrow? Ooh, we have 1 piece of track. That's enough to get me going. Alright, that'll do. To-do list, making lots of track. Because we're going to need a lot. So the track placer was what now? The railer? Yeah, okay, iron and smooth stone. Not a big deal. And by now, my other component should be ready. And the reason I'm making all this now, guys, is because it's going to spend a little bit of time to assemble this cart, believe it or not. Now that this thing's ready, I should be able to do something like this. And the basic drill gets me a hardened drill. Awesome. Alright, next up, what do I want on this thing? I probably want one of these guys, a bridge builder.
Thank you, Todd.
Another simple PCB. And a
Now do you need
piston
red cycle room?
and some bricks.
I was going to be
Not too
green
bad.
next, honestly, but that's not for a while yet.
I'm going to go get this ready off camera. Alright, simple PCB with a piece of redstone and a piston and some bricks. Gets me the bridge builder. So the railer is going to lay down rail tracks underneath the cart as it moves along. The torch placer is going to place torches, as you might expect.
Let's see here. I'll
The
just
drill-
make myself a stack of BT batteries.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, and the bridge builder, by the way, will build bridges underneath if there's, like, you know, a hole or something. Alright, next up. What do you got a stack of who what now?
I'm gonna make a stack of batteries, of blue electric batteries,
Oh.
which will make me 16 battery boxes. I take 4 each.
Nice.
I already have, like 11 battery boxes in my system.
Cool.
Can you tell I have some serious power generation and usage at my base?
Yeah, you do. I need paper.
Paper
Back to
I
the
have
overworld.
lots of.
I should be good. I just didn't have any with me in New Digger.
I don't
I
actually
haven't
know
even seen your
why
digger.
I have a lot of.
You should come
Papers,
check it out
but
and be like,
I
wow,
do.
Direwolf, now I know how to make an age because you did it way better than me.
Kick Direwolf, remove from whitelist.
I'm just saying, you know, like if you wanted to come onto the server and see how to make a digging age, like now might be a good time. I won't say any more. Height controller
This
allows
time.
me to control the height of the cart. Important part. And one more module that I want to make. I'm not sure how complicated this one's going to be. Liquid sensors. Ooh, a diamond and an advanced PCB. Oh man. That's not too bad. 2 PCBs. Okay. I can manage that. Two PCBs.
Oh yeah, that's not all that. Not all
Liquid
that
sensors?
expensive.
Nah, they're cool. They let you see if there's, you know, lava or water nearby and kind of dig around it.
Yeah, I mean the advanced PCB isn't all that expensive.
No, it's not. If I could remember for more than 5 seconds how to make one.
Has anyone seen Otodex lately?
Well, that's a very good question. I don't think that I have. So I need a bucket of each, huh? Alright, I'm gonna have to go get those off camera. I'll be back. Alright guys, last component. We got the advanced PCB, a water and lava bucket, some redstone, a diamond, and some iron. Wasn't that it? Ah, diamond in the middle. I was close-ish. Oh, 2 redstone. Ah! Alright guys, here goes nothing. I'm about to assemble my first of Steve's carts. Oh wait, I need an engine, don't I? Did I not make an engine? Yeah, I'm kind of a noob with that. I forgot to make an engine. Ha! What a noob. Alright, give me a minute to figure out the engine I'm going to use. Alright guys, I forgot an engine. Whoops, but that's okay. They're not too hard to make. The only problem is I built my cart without an engine on my test world. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I need one of those, don't I? Derp, derp, derp. So don't worry, I'm just making a couple minor changes here and then we should be good to go. Just need to get this guy in here with some pistons and the furnace I just made. And that'll get us our coal engine. So dire. I do. I want to see the mob grinders that Ellery made. She made a new one. Let me get this cart going and then I'm going to go visit her. I just need a new type of chest. Cool. I want the top. Oh boy, server crashed. Okay guys, server is back up and I'm making a top chest. Pretty neat little device. Just one of these guys in the middle. This guy's bigger than the internal storage chest. There's several chests you can put on the cart, all with differing pros and cons. The nice thing about the top chest is it goes on top of the cart. It has a good amount of storage, but depending on what else is on top of the cart, like sometimes you have other things on there, they won't fit. In fact, I'm surprised this thing fits with the railer attachment, but I guess it does. Okay, cool. I thought railer went on top too. Oh well, so time to start assembling our cart. Now the cool part about this is we've got a lot of stuff to put on there, and then we're going to let it run and go check out LRM's place. So I've got my coal engine. Boom. And that's going to allow the coal to run. So you can see we used a modular cost of 15. Now that 15 gets subtracted from the hull capacity of 200. And that number has to be below 50, which is the complexity cap of the whole thing. So you can't have any single module that's more than a modular cost of 50 on this guy. You can see every time I place a new item on here, it's going to go tell me that I've been using up the total cost. And it's adding the time to the creation of the cart. I'm going to put my hardened drill on there. That's definitely one of the more expensive ones. It's 45 cost. It's pretty crazy. Liquid sensors, height controller, bridge builder, you know, all kinds of goodies. And I think that's about it. We've used 194 out of the 200 total complexity. I don't think there's anything else I really want to put on there, especially not that's going to fit with only 6 module components left. I don't think. You know, we can take a quick look, see if there's anything else on there I really want, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's click the assemble button. Boom. So it's going to start assembling here. You can see the progress taking along. Going to take me 42 real life minutes. So I'm going to get my chunk loader turtle, which I just happen to have in my inventory, and I'm going to place him right here next to this guy. Boom. Now we're chunk loading this entire area. Let's see, F9. Do we get some cool, pretty sparklies going on with chunk? I guess not. Okay, but it should be chunk loaded. I don't know, we'll see. I'll come back and see if time has ticked by. So 41 minutes to go as I leave the world. Hopefully, time will pass as I'm not here. Let's go visit LRM. I'll be back when I'm ready. Alright guys, you remember LRM's little hut here? Well, we're doing this castle thing. Yeah, she's got some crazy stuff going on. She's using those lights from, whatchamacallit, factorization. I love those lights, by the way. Huh. Fawn is here. Okay, so let's see where Elo's at. Where'd she go? What? Fauna? Yeah, she's on the server. Night elf, fauna, and all. Where is Elo?
User joined your channel.
Hey guys.
Yo. How's it going?
Not bad. So I just realized, whoever gave me access to the server yesterday didn't whitelist me,
Oh, hey Zelda.
or he punched my name in wrong, one of the two.
Which
Oh, there's LRM. So LRM's been working on some stuff. I'm recording, by the way, Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Type it to me in the bottom of TeamSpeak, I'll get it sorted out.
Blaze Farm. Don't climb the ladder. I don't think she has enough blaze rods. Yeah, definitely not. Oh man, look at this. That is hilarious. Epic. Yeah, you got enough ender pearls, really? Yeah, I know you can. Wow, this is a cool place. I like it here. Oh, there's the outside castle walls. Pahmar, go ahead and teleport to me. It's fine. Yeah, that's a crazy big castle. Ooh, blue trick engines, nice.
User joined your channel.
I was abducted by 2 young women.
Oh my.
Zelda, your access should be set up.
Thank you.
Now, is this Zelda from Zelda's mods?
I never had anything called Zelda's mods.
No, it's Zelda from like the original teleport pipes and Project Table 3, or no, Crafting Table 3, that's it.
Well, I guess it was just colloquial. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been drafted.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I'm working in TE with King now.
Yeah, Zelda's been helping out with thermal expansion. You did the energy net, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
a couple other things.
Awesome.
Yeah, I spent like a week talking about it and then 2 days coding it.
Creating some wood pulp, huh? Make paper and cartons with that. Have you seen the blue trick engine yet, Zelda?
I have not.
Here comes a teleport.
You know, because he wasn't just getting used to everything.
Oh, I can teleport him back to spawn in a minute.
Now that is sweet.
She did that in Blender.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking at the render code for it. It's pretty efficient.
I like how like crazy fast it runs.
Like actual output or just the speed of the animation?
Both.
How many MJ are we talking?
It like self-adjusts.
Okay, what's the max, I guess?
Forgetting. Yes, it self-adjusts. And the max is something. I forget the theoretical max. 32, I think? Something like that. But, like, it uses a ridiculous amount of blue trick power for that. Cool. YouTube, I think we're getting pretty close to that wrapping up point. I will be back in a minute after I check.